Hello. First tonight, we've been given special access to see how the police are trying to stop violent drug gangs taking back control of a Nottingham estate. Operation Reacher was set up after guns were fired around Bestwood several times last winter.
Now, the estate used to be in the grip of a notorious gangster who ordered a string of executions. But the police say people who live there are now helping them take criminals off the streets. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Making friends and winning hearts and minds at this week's Bestwood summer party, Operation Reach is all about building trust.
You see on here, look, we've got the Facebook.
This is an area where many people used to be too frightened to speak to the police. Now they're trying to persuade the next generation that officers are on their side.
I think it's really important. I think that people need to make sure the kids aren't scared of police.
Really good, because he gets a bit shy when he sees them walking around, but for them to be friendly here and talk to them and play with them, gets them used to them.
But this is more than just public relations. Some people here reported crimes and antisocial behaviour on their streets. It's valuable intelligence. And it's intelligence they follow up. Today saw another early start for Operation Reacher as they searched for evidence of drug dealing in Bestwood. Here they seized cash and phones and a few small wraps of cannabis. A man and a woman in their 20s will be interviewed under caution. And a few miles away, this second team searched another house in Hucknall. Many of these warrants are the result of tip-offs from the public. They've been doing this day in, day out around Bestwood for the last 4 months. They've already had around 40 separate drugs fines, and they've taken almost 200 vehicles off the streets, including motorbikes used to deliver those drugs. But this is also about taking illegal weapons off the streets. Operation Reacher was set up after 4 incidents where guns were fired in the Bestwood area. One teenager was seriously injured in a shooting at this pub.
Nobody wanted to go back to the days of fatal shootings occurring in Bestwood, and therefore we invested heavily in this operation so that we got a foothold in that community again. The fact that we're getting more information from people on the ground is helping us prevent further discharges, but of course they were concerning, and we're only thankful nobody was killed in those incidents.
And there are concerns this notorious crime boss could have links to the recent shootings, even though he's been in prison for 13 years. Colin Gunn's ruthless drugs network used to control the Bestwood estate. Gunn sent hitmen to execute John and Joan Sterland as an act of revenge against Mrs. Sterland's son.
I think in the mind of some people in Bestwood it will have some influence, absolutely. People who purport to be conducting criminal activities in Bestwood purport to be doing it on his behalf. That's not always true. The people of Bestwood want their police service to protect them, and once you win their trust and confidence and you reassure them that's exactly what you're going to do, they'll talk to you, and people are talking to us.
This is a place where they often hear the sirens coming, but Operation Reacher's trying to prove the police are in control and that Bestwood's law-abiding majority won't be ignored. Jeremy Ball, BBC's Midlands Today, Nottingham.